Hey, this is Ken Casey from the Dropkick Murphys, and I love the Grandstanders! Take it away, kid!
Welcome to another edition of Grandstanders Live. I'm your host, Scott Kerman, and I'm joined by my usual cohorts, Uncle Joe McLaughlin, and he's the barber to the stars, Hollywood Pete McGilvery. Well, we have another great show for you tonight. So, boys, let's get it started. First of all, of course, we want to thank our wonderful sponsor, Dante's Pizzeria, 415 Harvard Street in Brookline, Mass., and the best pizza in town. Also, we want to welcome our new network, BNN TV in Boston, who are watching us on Fridays at 8 a.m. and at 5 p.m. So there you go. Welcome to our world, right, boys? Yeah. We're very happy to have you. All right, so boys, look, everyone's starting to write the eulogy for the Patriots because there was something called the free agent process, and fans, we lost players. That's how it works. So, first of all, Danny Amendola goes, which, you know, thank him for his service, but
they were high-profile players, though. That's why.
Yeah.
There's a sense of.
Well, Danny wasn't so much high-profile. He didn't play the first 12 games of every season.
Yeah.
And then when
he sure played in the last two.
Well, by default, because of all the injuries, he would come to the fore, and he always came through in the clutch. I'll give him that.
And you know he's going to end up being cut by the Dolphins before the end of the season.
He'll
end up playing for the Patriots in the playoffs. That's just how it works. He got paid. Remember, Chung got paid by the Eagles, ended up being cut, and obviously playing much better for the Patriots. So I don't worry about Danny Amendola.
He learned his lesson.
He'll be there in November.
Well, let's see how effective he is with Tannehill.
Exactly. Tannehill's a joke. Can't keep on the field, and when he
Well, I don't know about that. Jarvis Landry looked, and Javon Best. They've really put up serious numbers over the last.
They're straight ahead guys, though, right?
Right.
No, slot guys.
But Danny Amendola is a situational guy at best right now, and.
He got the money. Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely happy. I mean, the guy's got to leave.
He never would have got that with the Patriots. Not if he played another 10 years, he wouldn't have got that much.
No, they kept on. No, he was going to have to pay them at this point.
Which he kind of was the last 3 years.
He was. Yeah, he kept on getting pay cuts and pay cuts. He was really a veteran minimum guy now, right?
He was a veteran pay cutter.
But he was happy. He's got a gorgeous girlfriend in Rhode Island.
It worked out for him, and it worked out for the Patriots, and now he's good for him. He got the money. Miami got the guy. Good enough.
Yeah, apparently he made $18 million with the Patriots, and now he's going to make $8.5 million guaranteed with the Dolphins. Yeah. I'm not worried about Danny Amendola. All right, but Malcolm Butler, we knew that was a fait accompli that Malcolm was going, and good for Malcolm. He won us the Super Bowl. He ends up signing a huge contract with the Titans, and he could never have played another game.
It was the same. He ended up signing for the same money that the Patriots offered him 2 years ago.
Right.
And he's still a story, isn't he?
Yeah.
Malcolm Butler.
Well, did you see the press conference today?
I didn't see that, but I know one thing. Vrabel wouldn't have taken him if it was Malcolm's fault.
Right. Exactly. They watched the tape of every play that he played this year.
Yeah, he didn't go to Detroit. And Vrabel's not going to make the mistake because Vrabel knows everybody in that Patriots room.
Yeah.
And they paid him $30 million guaranteed, Pete.
What's the deal with Malcolm? Was that all on the level?
Oh, he called the right people, I'm sure.
Look, I know Bill Belichick won 5 Super Bowls, and I thank you so much, Bill. But for that one moment, that's comparable. Not playing Malcolm Butler was comparable to what Grady Little did in not taking out Pedro Martinez. Would you give me that? For that one decision.
That's a pretty good analogy, yeah.
Well, if you heard the press conference today, Malcolm Butler said, it's your job to be focused and prepared, and I guess I wasn't.
He's
So
just
that's-
towing the line.
Yeah, that might be an admission though, because he said that from
They
the
asked
get-go.
him. He said, "Well, I was sick, and I gotta admit, I was sick. I didn't feel well."
Malcolm's smart, Joe. He's not burning
Oh,
any
you
bridge because he knows he could end up back in the Patriots in 3
Well,
or
you
4
would've
years.
thought
he
he was-
also he knows that, like he also in his little statement he said, "Look, when I was a rookie, they put me in the Super Bowl to make a big play, so they weren't afraid. They're not afraid to make a move, but they didn't make a move in this Super Bowl. In other words, they just stayed with the game plan. That's the Patriot way. A lot of people don't agree with it. I'm sure a lot of people in that locker room didn't agree with it, but it's done now.
It
And
seemed
look-
by their
and we're still
performance
talking
in the
about
game, they didn't agree with it.
Right, and this is going to be carryover in that locker room in the 2019 season. Look, guys, you lose the Super Bowl, and the next season is bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad blood, and the Patriots are going to have to try to overcome that.
And it sounds like there's a lot of disgruntled players in that locker room. You don't hear any sweetness and light coming out of those guys.
No.
they're all upset.
There's a lot of love going towards the guys that are leaving.
Yeah, and a good guy, and they need good guys in that locker room. And Nate Solder left for the Giants, and again, good for him. This is
And
Good for
Danny,
him.
yeah.
right.
He's the highest paid lineman in the NFL.
Yeah.
I like the guy a ton, but he's not that.
No, he's not. And injury prone at times. But look, obviously those tackles,
Turnstile at times.
those left tackles are very valuable.
Yeah, when you stop and think about it, quarterback's the most important, maybe shutdown corner, left tackle, and the right defensive end, the man killer.
He just, to me, he was inconsistent. I couldn't figure him out. It seemed like it took him 5 games to find his game.
Yeah,
I like him a lot. He's a great.
There was a lot of teams
He's a
willing
great
to pay him
Patriot.
a lot of money. The Giants didn't give him that much money because they wanted to. There were a half dozen other teams bidding that up.
Yeah.
Look, the problem in all sports and free agency is: are you paying for past performance or future performance? Yeah. And that's the fine line. But you have to spend money, and the Giants did a good move in getting a guy like him.
Yeah, I
and
think
and we're gonna have to replace him with a depth guy.
It also-
or with Waddell, right?
Or Cam Fleming, or maybe
Garcia or something.
Yeah.
But the other thing, too, is it depends on who else. It matters a lot on who else is out there. Look at J.D. Martinez. Don't mean to switch the subject, but
Right.
it matters who else is out there. He
Yeah.
was the guy, the
Yeah.
offensive lineman, the blue
It
chip.
was a poor class. That was all that was available.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the New York Giants. You stunk up a lot last year. You got to sign some marquee guys.
You need someone to protect Tyrod Taylor, whoever is
Yeah,
they got out
right,
there.
yeah, right, exactly. So, all right, hey, again, Dion Lewis, thank you for your service. He was great last year.
He was better than that. He was 5 yards a carry, and that's a really good player.
Yeah, he was the best running back since Corey Dillon, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it was so versatile too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously he was going to get paid. He got paid a lot by the Titans, and we have depth in that position. And again, like you said, Pete, let's just see what kind of moves we make moving forward.
Yeah.
I mean, they have draft picks. Remember, we have the extra pick from.
Well, that's
Jimmy G.
always an adventure with the Patriots, the draft picks. It's either a great draft or it's a really, really bad draft.
Yeah, and we're always trading down. Right?
Yeah.
All
But
right.
they need to get guys. You can get linemen in the draft and stuff like that, and they need to pay attention and get those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but to get the big guys, the left tackle type guys, you're not finding them in the 3rd and 4th and 5th round.
No, you gotta. Yeah, you're right. You gotta aim first round. All right, guys. I don't know. Did you watch? Terrific Tom and Brookline's own Tom Brady. Did you watch him on Stephen Colbert? Because we haven't seen Tom in that much in the last month, right? Did you see that in Stephen Colbert?
Did a good job on
the
that
beer
beer.
drinking thing.
Yeah. I think he kind of looked a little different now. Oh my God! I know what Tom's been doing since
Plastic surgery.
It's called Botox, right? His face doesn't move. I thought it was the Wizard. Right? I thought it was the Joker.
I think he was happy to get the IPA. And
Why does a guy like him? And let's just say that
He has
Joe.
a supermodel wife who that's how she makes her living, looking good. She makes her husband look good.
And would you ever think that Tom Brady and this actress would ever be mentioned in the same breath? But yes, that's
no.
what Tom Brady,
No,
Melanie Griffith.
no.
That's what Tom Brady's going to look like in the future.
No.
Quite possibly if he lets his hair down, right? That's what he's going for, too, because once those people go down the Botox highway, they never stop. Right?
The skin then shrinks up on
I refuse
them.
to believe this. This is
Oh, you saw that picture when he was on Colbert. If you put a pin in him, he would have exploded.
His face did not move. And let's just say, to show you how
I think you had Todd doctor that photo up.
Joe mentioned before the season that your source, right? You had a source that said that, what?
He'd had a number of things done.
Number of things done, and it's pretty clear now.
What's clear? Because why are we?
He's
arguing
gone
this?
off the edge. Would you say he's jumped the shark?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom's had the eyes done, the nose done, the eyebrows done. He's had a lot
I
done.
don't care as long as he doesn't get his arm done.
What is he doing? Who is it? Giselle that's making him do this?
Yes.
You're assuming he's doing it because of a photo, though.
Wait, you don't think that's Botox? You don't think he looks
I just
different?
think it's a bad photo. It's like everybody's high school photo. Nobody likes it.
Tom Brady does not go out on Stephen Colbert if he doesn't feel like he's looking his best, right?
Tom has been on a publicity binge.
Yes, he
in
has
the
been
last
that.
6 months.
It's over. It's over. The dynasty's over.
He is
just-
Are
preparing.
you all right with that?
No, this is.
It's over.
Yeah, this is
Very close.
This
Did
is
you
the
see
Brady
last
Bunch. This is
installment?
the Brady Bunch
Tom's
last
time?
season. Remember the Brady Bunch last season when they brought in the
I'm
little,
sorry it escapes
the
me.
little kid with the glasses, whatever his name. That's it. That's it. This is it.
Well, when they bring in the nephew or
Yeah,
something.
right, exactly.
Tank Knight or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's it. He totally jumped the shark.
Not a chance.
The Fonz is going
Not-
water
Oh!
skiing. The Fonz is going water skiing.
If you saw the last Tom versus Time, I would. He's not playing another 4 or 5 years.
He's
You
going to
can
play
forget
as long
about
as
that.
he wants, and he's going to be great.
And I told you
But he
guys.
doesn't want to play another 4
I
or 5
told you guys. You guys kept on talking about Tom Brady's health as the one reason whether he would continue to play or not continue to play. And I told you it'd be off the field stuff. And he's done. He's done.
Wait, so you're saying he's not going to play football because he's taking Botox?
No, he's
No, he says he
diver-
wants to spend more time with his family and have more fun.
That's understandable.
Right, but we changed the whole. We traded Jimmy G because we thought that Tommy
He
Boy
was gonna be
gonna
4 or 5 more
Time
years.
out. What's the over-under before we got Jimmy G on the show?
Yeah.
He held the team hostage, and look that we have to pay the ransom now
Well,
for the
you're-
next 20
No,
years.
you're assuming that Tom wants out.
10.
What's
Jimmy
it?
G could have only played 10.
At least 17, but Tom Brady played 17.
He's 28.
Okay, all right. He plays the 45. Apparently, that's the number, Joe.
Yeah, but Tom doesn't want out.
Yes, he does.
Are you scared at all about this situation?
Not one bit.
Oh my God!
I think he wants out 2 years tops.
Yeah.
Tops.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't think they were really looking for more than 2 after the last
I
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
but who they gonna? Usually there's someone, someone in waiting to assume the position.
Look, it's March. They have to.
Especially
the
at
next game they
that
play
position.
is September. If
Listen.
he's doing that stuff on that tape right now, he could be setting things up to retire now.
Look, Tim Tebow went 1 for 18. He's going to be available.
All right, see, I'm telling you something. Brian Hoyer. It's going to serve all the Patriots season ticket holders who've made so much money over the years.
Brian
When they-
Mallon will come off his couch.
Good luck selling that Christmas Eve game against the Dolphins with Brian Hoyer's playing for the 7-9 season.
Well, maybe
Tom
they'll
will
go
be
to see
back and he'll
Danny
be
A.
great.
We hope.
He'll
I
be
don't think
better
so.
than Jimmy G.
No, we won't.
Yes,
we will
you
not. No,
will.
we're going to have that. No, we're going to do that bet later, but no, it's not happening. All right, so we're going to jump to the Celtics because we're just jumping everywhere, jumping
Yeah.
the shark. So the whole team is hurt. Literally, they put out guys that, like Nate Deere, who shouldn't even be in the NBA.
And they almost pulled it off.
They almost pulled it off. Shows you, I know there were some moves that Brad Stevens would criticize concerning last night's game, but to even be that close.
Oh, Stevens was furious with that team. They just choked it away.
Yeah, but when you have guys who aren't put in the positions shouldn't be playing those minutes and stuff, that's what you're going to have, right?
Honestly, I think
Well, I think-
Tatum looks tired.
Well, yeah,
sure
he's
he
a
does.
rookie, and they're
Looks
putting
tired.
too much on his shoulders
He
for
just-
a kid that
looks
like
like
that.
he can't handle all those games,
Yeah, he looks like he's 120 pounds. He's
He does.
emaciated.
Looks
Yeah.
And all the
of a
pressure's
sudden he
going
looks
on him.
super long.
Yeah, yeah, right.
All of a sudden, there's no Marcus Smart, there's no Kyrie Irving, there's no Horford, and all the pressure's going on him.
we complained so much about Marcus Smart, but then when he came back, we realized that, this team wins when he plays, and now it looks like with a thumb injury that he could possibly be out the rest of the season, and now we miss Marcus.
Sure do.
Right? And then Daniel Tice, who
He's gone for the year.
just a phenomenon. Literally, a guy that we picked off a German European league becomes, contribution-wise, a top 10 pick. Would you say that? In the NBA?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe for this year.
For this year, right?
Not going forward.
But equitable to a top 10 pick for this year, for contribution-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was right there.
Yeah, and so that's going to be another big loss. So, boys, I have said this, and I have said this the whole year, but I'm not giving up on the season. The reason I'm not giving up on the season, because he's coming. The Messiah is coming.
Terry Rozier?
Haywood?
Isaiah is coming
Coming
back
Oh,
to
my
this
God.
team.
Oh,
I told you
my
that.
God.
Now, I predicted that before the season started, that I said
Yes, you
that
did.
he would crap the bed wherever he played, Cleveland or ever, and then he'd do a make-do contract with the Celtics next year, right? And, okay, that looks good. But the Lakers, he just got into a fight on the sidelines with Julius
he's been
Randle.
shooting his way out
But
of
Julius
town,
Randle
yeah.
got into a fight with their star
Last
player
night?
last night on the
That
sidelines.
was what? He looks small on that team, doesn't he?
He
looks small on any team.
Yeah, he looks small
high
here.
school team.
He didn't look that small in the Celtics.
He looks small in the midget convention.
Yeah.
He looks small, right?
Hey,
Absolutely.
there we go.
Right? No. But now, okay, the Lakers are actually trending upward. They've played very well. They're actually into 30. I think they have 31 victories. Okay, Isaiah's not in their future. So if Isaiah may be trying to shoot himself out of town to get back to Boston. Does that seem crazy?
Is this the last year of his contract, too?
Yes.
After
right.
all that drama,
There wasn't. I mean, the drama wasn't. It wasn't.
he was mad at everybody.
No, he wasn't mad at anyone. Loved the fans.
If you write him a check, all of a sudden, all is well.
Can
There's a
you
lot of
see?
love.
Can you see Isaiah playing for the Celtics this year?
No.
Not this year.
No.
Okay, so you don't. But if the Lakers were to put him on waivers, do you think he'd end up in the Celtics? Would they pick him up?
Could they pick him up?
They could pick him up. Yes.
Well, wouldn't someone pick ahead of them?
No,
Oh, yeah.
no. That doesn't work in the NBA like that. No, that works in other teams, other leagues. No. He'd be a free agent. They could negotiate with anyone. Look, like Monroe, he didn't have to go in line. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Isaiah will be coming to the Celtics. Mark my word. And he would be huge off the bench. He's exactly what they need in the second
Oh,
team.
yeah, he's Vinny the Microwave.
Is that the role he wants?
No.
Well, for the rest of the season,
But that's tough. That's what he's good at.
But the rest of the season and the playoffs, he'd be getting huge exposure, which would help him in the free agent market.
But he wants to be a max guy. You're not a max guy coming off the bench, are you?
Oh, he's way past that. He's
Yeah.
not getting
He
any
knows
of that.
he's not getting it.
Yeah, no, he's not getting any. Look, everything's been negative for Isaiah since
Yeah,
he's
it
left
sure
the
has.
Celtics, right?
Yeah.
And he's not only got to try to prove to himself on the court, but off the court that he's not a troublemaker.
He hasn't gotten along with his teammates in Cleveland, so they kicked him out of town. Now he's not getting along with his teammates in L.A. They're going to kick him out of town.
But he'll get
They're
along with
too
his
similar.
teammates in the
They're
Celtics.
high-profile teams. Maybe he needs kind of a smaller market.
But this would be a
Well,
huge
he was
boost.
in Phoenix and nothing happened.
But this would be a huge boost for the Celtics for the playoffs. Huge, right?
Well, I don't know how he would mesh.
But he wouldn't. It's not like he'd be playing much with Kyrie Irving. He'd be with the second team.
What makes you think he wouldn't be trouble back here again?
Oh no, I think.
So instead of bringing in Rozier, they'd bring in.
bring in Rozier. Rozier's on the team, but they
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
like
but
he's like the
somebody's gotta
sixth
go.
man now.
No, Rozier is the point guard. I mean, Isaiah would be the shooting guard. They need offense in that second
Yeah,
unit
for the second unit.
desperately. Yeah, so he'd fit perfectly. And then now with all these injuries and stuff, remember Rozier's going to be playing this minutes that Marcus Smart was using up.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
good point. Yep.
All right, so boys, I just want to mention this one thing because no other media mentions this. Celtics have had all these injuries. By coincidence, the Celtics fired their longtime trainer Ed Lissert
And conditioning
over the
coach.
summer, and Brian Dew, their strength and conditioning coach, this summer. They wanted to change the whole medical,
The Bruins did the same.
unit, right? And all of a sudden, right, they're all lining up for injuries. Coincidence?
Yeah.
Well, they got all those brand new facilities, brand new technical stuff. I think they wanted to go with people who were more comfortable with the more
But if the
modern
Red Sox
stuff.
do that, we're ripping on them, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? The Red Sox, would you agree?
Yeah, we would be ripping off.
We don't like the Red Sox tinkering.
Oh, yeah. But the Celtics seem to get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just because...
we
There's
don't
always a
The
different
Red Sox got a
standard.
new bat boy. It's news.
Yeah, and I wish they would. I mean, no bat boy
bat boy's
should have male
47 years
breasts.
old.
Yeah, I know. There should be a law of some sort, right? I mean, that should be a rule change that Rob Manfred addresses right now.
And they got to be under 12.
Yeah, and he's kind of a pathetic sort too, that guy.
He could guess though on this.
We ripping the Red Sox, and he's not a boy. He's not a boy.
Yeah.
No, he's not. All right, so boys, let's go to the Red Sox. 2 weeks tomorrow. I know it feels, because of the
They
weather,
start
it
in
sure
March,
feels like
too.
baseball season. 2 weeks from tomorrow, the Red Sox open up against the Tampa Rays. Are we ready?
I'm really excited for Rusney Castillo.
Who's-
Where is he? There's no mention of the guy.
Because Rusney, because of
Because
his
he
salary.
cannot come up because he would go into the salary cap money. So he has to stay at Pawtucket.
So he gets paid $9
So
million
he's
a
just
year.
a check.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, they've written him off.
yeah, and no other team will take him. But yeah, would he be a good contributor as a fourth outfielder? Absolutely. But no.
But
can't do it.
they can't afford to bring him up.
And that's wrong too. That's where the system.
Burying a guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where the system's wrong. And that the Players Association's not helping out Rusney Castillo
Yeah,
either.
because they won't let him rescind the contract and try again with another team.
Although it is somewhat hard to feel sorry for a guy.
Getting
He's
$9
making
million
$9
a year.
Yeah. Well, in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
He came from the poverty of Cuba too. You just-
But you can never get the Rhode Island years back.
No.
No,
well,
right?
Little Rhodey won today in the NCAA, so
Oh, yeah, good.
congratulations,
Oh,
to Rhode
congratulations
Island.
there. All right. And boys, I've decided that all of the four major sports seasons are too long, right? And no season is more glaring as too long than Major League Baseball season. 162 games. That just sounds tiring saying more or less than
It's
playing.
really hard to stay with it.
Yeah. It really. All right. So they went from 144.
154.
No, but at one point it was
54.
But it was in the 140s at one point, maybe
I
many
don't
years
think
ago.
so. I don't think so.
All right, so even 154 seems like too much too, right?
I think that's a better number than 162. But the owners want to get their money's worth out of these guys. That's, what's that? 8 more, so 4 more home games. That's a lot of money.
That is.
At the very least, it should go to 154. 144 would be fine. Nobody would be complaining. And
The cold weather games are just awful.
awful.
Awful to watch.
Yeah.
It would be better to start May 1st and go through.
But also not to be playing in cold weather places
Yeah.
for the World Series. I mean, that's just
They
ridiculous.
shouldn't be wearing hoods while they're playing.
Yeah.
No, right. There shouldn't be a snow forecast
Yeah.
for the World Series. And then, would you agree, NHL, NBA could go to 70 games and not one person would whimper?
Yeah, but when your team's winning, this season could go on forever.
Not the regular season. You want to kick
Yeah.
into the
Oh,
playoffs.
no,
I
you want
look
the
forward to
playoffs.
watching the Bruins all the time now because they're fun.
Yeah, but don't just 82 games is a long season. I mean, no season's longer than the NHL. It seems to go on forever.
Yeah.
Did you turn it off in the third period the other night?
I did not.
Oh, good for
Yeah,
you. You
I
got
watched-
rewarded for your
I
loyalty.
watched, and by the way, I want to say thank you for my gift from
Gilles
Scott
Gilbert.
Kerman.
Yeah, Gilles Gilbert, my favorite goaltender, one of your favorites, both of your favorites, right?
Everyone's favorite.
They'll be
Oh.
at the shop.
Jerry Cheevers is actually the
Put that away from Brock Holt's picture. I don't want him anywhere near that, corrupting the Gilles Gilbert's picture.
Oh, so now you're gonna tell me where to put it? Too?
Yes, I have told you
All
that.
right.
All right, we got a shout out to Craig Kimbrell, Brookline's own Craig
Yep.
Kimbrell, the Red Sox relief pitcher who actually lives down the street. His infant child, is very sick and has had multiple heart surgeries, so he's been out of spring training. I don't think he's pitched. And we hope the best for him. I mean, there's nothing worse than having a sick child.
good luck to you and your family.
Absolutely. We're praying for you. And I ask, how much can you really ask from Craig Kimbrell, at the very least, the first half of the season? So who's
He
going?
threw today.
But he's probably not going to be ready. Or, he's going to be in and out. Who would be your second closer in the Boston Red Sox now? Would it be Kelly?
We could give Kelly a try, but he's so inconsistent. That's the trouble with Joe.
I know. So we complain a little bit about Kimbrell every once in a while, but once you realize when he's not pitching.
But his head's not going to be in it. And closers have to be focused and single-minded type guys. They're just nuts.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big loss for the Red Sox.
Oh yeah, well he's their all-star.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's not starting the season with the Red Sox. No way. I mean, it's 2 weeks left.
Yeah, no, he's got to take care of.
Yeah, and he's got it right. So, but we wish the best for him and his family. And news coming from the Grandstanders live desk. I'm hearing that Erod, thank God, may actually start the season in the rotation, and we don't have to see Brian Johnson or Pete McGilvery or Joe McLaughlin as our 5th starter, right? I mean, we need Erod.
I've been working on the slow curve.
I'm not happy about Johnson as the 6th starter.
No, and you're going to see a lot of him. You'll probably
Yeah.
end up, a guy like him will end up pitching 10 to 15 starts, right?
Yeah, there's always one guy that you don't expect, and he seems to be out there all the time.
Yeah, and there are guys in Brookline High who pitch faster than Brian Johnson.
But, there's always Brandon Workman. He fit that role 3-4 years ago, and then he disappeared. But
I know you made a great point last week in mentioning Brandon Workman, but Joe, I have not heard his name mentioned once at all.
As a starter in any
Or even on the roster. So I don't even know about that.
Oh, no, he's on the roster. But I think he's going to be long relief.
Yeah.
That means you're buried. You're only in the blowouts.
So it's March Madness. I know everybody's excited already. There's been upsets, and Max was just screaming bloody murder about Miami losing. Who do you guys got in the championship game? I got Duke UVA. Duke winning it all.
Duke?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of surprised.
Do you have anyone?
Don't care about it.
So I'm gonna.
How about Villanova?
I'm gonna assign URI for
This is Philadelphia's year, so Villanova.
Villanova. Yeah, well there you go. They won a couple of years ago. All right. So we're gonna go to the Bruins, and again with the Celtics, Bruins. There's something going on. There's an injury bug, right? It's March and everyone's sick.
In one game.
Yeah. Right. Same thing with the Celtics too. Lots of injuries, but helps it that we have a lot of guys that can come from the 7th floor and play.
Yeah, no, back to your original point. I wonder if this means anything with the length of the seasons.
There's
These
no
guys are
question.
just wearing out.
There's too much.
But they've been playing 82 in both leagues for as long as I can remember, and I'm 64.
But Joe, not at this level. They're so big, and the abuse they take, and the boards and
The
stuff.
game is so much faster now.
Especially basketball. Oh my God!
Your bones didn't
they're
get me.
They're running full tilt and hitting each other.
Yeah, you said rarely see NBA injuries that serious.
That Jaylen Brown though, he was at sprinter speed
Yeah,
when he hit that.
they're just blurs.
They're going to have to do something about the shorting the seasons. They're going to have to. But you mentioned that Carolina game, and I turned it off. I don't know at 4-1 because I
turned
thought
it
it was
off.
over.
Pete's
I
the
did, I
loyalist.
watched it,
You
yeah.
did watch it. But this is your grandfather's Bruins. This is a team that has the offensive power to make up a deficit in the third period.
Espo gets a hat trick.
We
in the
haven't
third
seen that in a
period.
long
And then
time.
they bring Rick Nash in, who is nothing but a pure goal scorer, more firepower.
Yeah. He's just a big bully. He's just a huge.
He looks good. Yeah, he looks
He's a
good.
But he's one of those guys that's not going to be an impact guy every night. But boy, when it comes down to the game you need, you're glad he's on that bench.
Yeah, and
I'm sure Krejci likes having him there. He just seems
Everyone
like
likes
a
having
different player entirely. Krejci right now.
no, I know the Malott line in 2012 was great, the 4th line in the Bruins. But would you say that this 4th line is even better than them?
Yes, I would say that.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's a
younger,
different
with more
makeup.
potential,
much,
right?
Much younger, but boy, they just clog up the lanes and they get there.
But you feel like that 4th line in 2012, they were stuck there. They weren't moving up. But you feel like these guys in the future could end
Yeah.
up being 3rd line or
Those
2nd line
guys were fourth liners because they were fourth liners.
Right.
Yeah, but
These guys,
they can advance.
these guys here, you can roll them out there and not worry about them not doing their job.
Yeah.
And they might score for you too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we said last week, we thought that in general, that the Bruins had a lot better chance than the Celtics of winning a championship. And now after this week with all the injuries, it's looking even greater that the Bruins are the
Well,
team.
the Bruins are really deep. I
Yeah.
mean, how many teams can lose a defenseman or 2 defensemen and put, a guy in there that's been around for 8 years, that's upstairs.
Yeah.
All
right, so boys, that's our show for you tonight. Want to thank everyone behind the scenes. Of course, the lovely and talented Adrian and handsome Todd. Please check us out on our website at thegrandstanders.com and tune in again next Wednesday night at 6:30 for another edition of the Grandstanders Live. I'm your host, Scott Kerman. Have a happy and great night. The elephants are in town.
Here comes the circus.